Hey there, this is Tracy, and welcome to the Fruit and Veggies Workshop for the Body Challenge. I am so excited to show this one to you because fruits and vegetables are some of my very favorite foods. They give me so much energy and make me feel just great and vibrant. It's kind of crazy because I just got my blood work done and everything's perfect except for my B12 is kind of high. And my mom's like, well, that's appropriate because I take B12 so I can have more energy, and you're the high energy girl. So I just thought that was funny. So anyways, I am a holistic health coach in California. I live on an organic farm, and my focus today is to inspire you to eat clean, healthy, vibrant, whole foods that are just going to nutrient your body, feed your cells the wonderful micronutrients that we are so lacking in the standard American diet, SAD for short, and just to motivate you to get fit and just go out and live your best life. So let's get started. So I have so many people that I coach that are just like, I don't like fruits and vegetables, and why should I really eat them? I even actually had a trainer said that they were kind of a waste because they took up too much space. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyways, why eat fruits and vegetables? Well, they reduce they reduce the risk of disease. Now, how many people do you know that have some sort of degenerative disease? I bet you know several people who are taking some sort of a medication because they have some sort of disease. Well, ChooseMyPlate.com says diets rich in foods containing fiber, such as fruits and vegetables, may reduce the risk of heart disease, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Okay? Heart disease is the #1 killer in America, and we need to take precautions to reduce disease. The CDC.gov says healthy diets rich in fruits and vegetables may reduce the risk of cancer and other chronic diseases. Now, those are two government authorities telling you to eat more fruits and vegetables, which I find it pretty ironic, and it makes me pretty happy to see that. Now, the Huffington Post says eat fruits and vegetables because they are low in calories, loaded with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, and you can eat a large portion and not have to worry about weight gain. So there you have it. Fruits and vegetables will avoid and prevent disease. They are low in calories, loaded with all these wonderful phytonutrients, and they fill you up so you're not hungry and tempted to go out and grab crap. So part of my book I'm writing, No Frickin' Way, has to do with filling your body up with so much wonderful things and filling your life up with so many wonderful things that there's no room for crap. We just crowd it out and fill it up with good stuff, okay? Now, there's lots of different types of vegetables. There's cruciferous, leafy greens, root vegetables. They all have a very good, strong place in our diet. Cruciferous vegetables are like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, you know, those ones that can be a little gassy, so kind of break yourself in slow if you don't eat those. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, chard, romaine, and root vegetables. Now, there's lots of other types of vegetables than these, but these are just some that are common and very, very good for you. And some types of fruits. Berries at the very top of the list as the healthiest, most nutritious fruits. And then there's the melon family, cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew, and stone fruits. Those are peaches, nectarines, plum, apricot. They're called stone fruit because they have that pit inside, okay? We actually grow a bunch of those on our farm, as well as the strawberries. My husband, I was so happy, he planted about 200 feet of strawberries, and they are still growing. It's the middle of October. Actually, it's towards the end of October, and I still have strawberries. I'm pretty excited about that. Now, here's some of my favorites. These are some of the things that I eat pretty regularly as far as vegetables go. Now, fruit, now here's some of my favorite veggies that I eat pretty regularly. So broccoli, I love it chopped up in salad, as well as either, like you can roast broccoli in the oven. It's really good with garlic and olive oil. Swiss chard, I love it either sauteed or in my smoothies. The same with spinach. Carrots, I actually put them in smoothies. I juice them and I use them for chopped salad. Tomatoes, love it to make my own homemade tomato sauce, serve it over spaghetti squash. It's absolutely fabulous. And with some basil in there and garlic. And Mushrooms, bell pepper, those are just some of my favorites. You can roast them, you can saute them. I really, really like them either roasted or barbecue. That's so yummy, and I'll show you a recipe. And here's some of my favorite fruits. Absolutely, hands down, berries are number one. Apples are number two, and bananas. Actually, apples and bananas are pretty much tied because usually I would have like a half a banana before I run out the door to go to boot camp and then come home and have my smoothie for breakfast. And lemons, love lemons. I actually used to suck on Meyer lemons as a little girl and get a rash on my chin. And my mom would say, "Have you been sucking on lemons again?" I'd be like, "No." And I'd have a big rash on my chin. So I make homemade lemonade. It's awesome. And put lemon in my water all the time. Peaches I love, especially when I can pick them right off my tree. And then cantaloupe is one of my favorites. Reminds me of back in the day with Weight Watchers when you could eat an entire cantaloupe and it will count as, one fruit serving. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I was pretty happy about that. So some things you have to be careful. Now, obviously, a lot of people are on a budget. They can't afford to buy organic food as it is more expensive, honestly. So if you're in that category and you want to try to save a little bit of money at the grocery store, that's okay, because what they have is the Environmental Working Group has put out something called the Dirty Dozen Plus. So the top 12 highly most pesticide-filled foods produce are apples, strawberries, grapes, celery, peaches, spinach, sweet bell peppers, imported nectarines, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, imported snap peas, and potatoes. And then there's more plus than this, but I finished off a little bit. Hot peppers, domestic blueberries, lettuce, kale, collards, plums, cherries, and then there's more. So go check out the Environmental Working Group website, and you can print up a list and take it to the grocery store with you. Okay, I'll tell you a story about strawberries really quickly. Now, my mother-in-law lives on a ranch, and they grow a lot of strawberries, and when they spray the fields, she's asked to evacuate her home for 2 days. Okay, so what does that got to tell you? Now, the Clean 15, these are what you can go ahead and buy conventionally. They don't have to be organic because they're not a high pesticide crop. So those are avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, cabbage, sweet peas, the frozen kind, onion, asparagus, mangoes, papaya, kiwi, eggplant, grapefruit, cantaloupe, cauliflower, and sweet potato. And here's a funny thing I'm guessing, but cabbage and broccoli, you know how they kind of stink really bad? I think they probably stink the bugs away, so they don't need to put pesticides on them because they just smell bad and the bugs aren't attracted to them. Okay, that's just my guess. I made that up. I don't know if I'm right or not. But you know that you're recommended to eat 9 servings of fruits or vegetables a day. And if you are carb cycling on low carb days, it might be kind of hard. So some suggestions is for breakfast, I put a huge handful of greens in my shake. And honestly, you can't even taste them. They don't ruin the flavor. They actually taste great. And I'll just put in say Swiss chard, spinach, things like that. My snack, which is like my breakfast number 2, I oftentimes saute or use leftover vegetables from the night before. But say I'll grab 2 big cups of Swiss chard or spinach or something else, and I'll saute it really quick and just mix it with my eggs. Or I just take leftover veggies from the night before. Lunch, too, I'll have a big salad. That's got to have at least 2 cups. And then a snack, I snack on carrots, snap peas, jicama, things like that with my body burn, of course. And then dinner, another big salad with a cup of cooked veggies. And that's approximate what I would have in a day. So one thing that's great is when you eat raw vegetables, they have enzymes, and you want to make sure you chew them very, very well so that the enzymes are able to be released from the food, and then the digestion starts taking place in your mouth, okay? So it's really, really important to chew everything. So imagine this. If you can pre-digest a lot of your food and have all those good enzymes available in the raw food because they haven't been destroyed through cooking and heat, then your body's digestive system doesn't have to spend your body doesn't have to spend all of its energy digesting your food. You're helping it by chewing and doing the work. That frees up energy to be used elsewhere in your body, which we know there's lots and lots of places our bodies need energy. So here's a really good recipe that I love making. You can throw in any combination of vegetables, okay? Chop them up in nice pieces, put them on a jelly roll pan, and actually, wait. Here's one of my favorite recipes. You just take easy roasted vegetables, chop them up a big unique combination, whatever you want. These are just some of the ones I would use, and put them in a big bowl. And then toss them with about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil and about a tablespoon or 2 of balsamic vinegar. I said 2 because I like more vinegar. And with the vinegar, you don't even need salt because it gives it so much zip. And then you roast it in the oven on a jelly roll pan, like in a single layer, 400 degrees for about 40 minutes or so. And it just depends on your own oven and how tender you like your vegetables. I like mine to have a little bit of crunch, so I don't like them all mushy or anything. My husband does, but not me. And he doesn't like balsamic vinegar, so oftentimes I substitute the balsamic vinegar for some of that pink Himalayan sea salt and some fresh rosemary. Okay, so just swap those two out. He likes that flavor better. And I actually like that flavor for fall and winter and stuff, but for the summer I like the balsamic, okay? And one of my other new favorite recipes for vegetables that's so yummy is just take chopped up greens, mushrooms, carrots, and saute it in some olive oil, add in a bit of cooked chicken and stir it all around, get it all heated thoroughly, and then add a tablespoon of peanut butter, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I add tons of cayenne, just real good spicy cayenne. Be careful if you have a tender tongue because that cayenne could be really hot, and I've overdone it before, so just watch out for that. And it's so good, one of my favorite new foods. So we've talked about a lot of different things, fruits, vegetables, recipes. Please pick something new. Try a vegetable you haven't tried before. Cook it in a way that you haven't cooked it before. Use one of my recipes, find something else. But if you find something else, please share it because I'm always looking for new recipes that are healthy and full of wonderful micronutrients. So schedule it, write it in your journal because you know if you don't write it down, you're going to forget it. And as always, this video is simply my opinion. I may be wrong, so take what you want and just leave the rest. If you have any questions, please post them on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/thehighenergygirl. So that's it, you guys. Have a blessed rest of your week and look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.